Welcome to ESC Fan TV and the third annual San Remo preview show. Yes, hello and everybody. Welcome to ESC Fan TV. It's San Remo week. As usual, we've done absolutely no rehearsal. Well, it is San Remo week and San Remo doesn't do much rehearsal either. And here are my fantastic guests. I'd like to welcome you to, from Edinburgh, Ian and Donna.
Hello, good evening.
Buonasera a tutti.
Buonasera. On their right, as I'm looking at the screen, Lena Green. Lena is welcoming us from New York. Hello, Lena. What are you wearing? Lena, you're on mute.
I am wearing the roses that Blanco destroyed on stage.
Oh,
That is the theme of this ensemble.
wow. Moving down, a vision in beige. Phil and Michelle. Unmute yourselves and tell us where you are.
Location.
We're in an underground bunker that is beige. Beige. It's beige.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got some
And
sparkle.
where are you joining us from? Looks like a dingy hotel room.
It is a dingy
Yeah,
hotel room.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like a big weird weekend that we're having.
Yeah.
Right. And our very special guests for the evening. We're delighted to be joined by Eugenio and Mikey from Glitterbeam Radio. Hi, guys.
Buonasera.
Buonasera. Now, we've only got you for a short amount of time because tell us what you're doing later on this evening.
Well, we're going to be broadcasting live, not about San Remo, it's just one of our shows that we're going to be doing, but we're so excited for tomorrow. So excited.
Mikey is usually on air on Friday evening from 8, so he will need to go and
prepare
and then go live. Just that, not because yes. And then we go to sleep because we need it for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. So by the end of tomorrow night, we've done about 25 hours of San Remo, haven't we?
More
More.
around the 30, I think.
Especially with you being
Wow.
on TV online.
It's very much like a telethon, more than it's a mix between telethon and the charity shows and stuff like that. Yes.
Okay. Listen, would you like to say a little bit about what's happening tomorrow for English language listeners and viewers?
What is not happening tomorrow?
I know, we've got so much planned. So like last year, what we're going to do is we're going to broadcast live on air commentary in English about San Remo. And we're going to sync it up with the TV. And I'm sure a lot of you eagle-eyed people have seen that you can now watch it on Right Uno's app and on that channel if you've got it there. It's now region unlocked for a short period.
Yes.
For a short period.
It's unlocked. Right Play is unlocked for everyone.
So hang on. So we can watch it on our computer with the English language commentary.
No, you're going to have to listen to us for the English language commentary.
Okay. Explain.
We're working on that with Rai. So
explain to us where do we find Glitterbeam?
Glitterbeam online. If you are in northeast of England, in Cambridgeshire or in Coventry, we are on the AB, so you can listen in the car. You can listen online on the app. You ask your smart home device like Alexa. Sorry, I don't want to trigger it. To play Glitterbeam.
Or you can go to channel 277 on Freeview TV. And we're there as well.
Which is just audio because we still have a face for radio. We have no video on the channel 277.
Well, you're going to be joined by some very drunk ESC Fan TV.
Which is you. Which is all you. Yes.
Indeed. We're very much looking forward to it.
Michelle already started 24 hours before, so...
it's a long haul, and we'll be joining you around about midnight. Is that correct?
Yes. We got lots of fans joining in as well from Australia this year as well. Divisions. We got the Oxford group for San Remo studies, which is a very serious thing happening at the University of Oxford, and Yeah, and also I don't know, Andy, if you can see, but there is people asking questions to you. I mean, to all of you.
Well, I'm as blind as a bat, so
It's fine. There is a person saying, "Is all 28 songs performing tonight?" No, not even one, because they're all duets on other songs. So if you want to listen, hear that's the 28 artists, yes, but singing other stuff.
okay. And just in case anybody's worried, we're not going to be discussing all 28 songs either, because otherwise we'll be here all night.
So we are accredited for San Remo. So we are allowed to ask questions during the daily press conference. And given that I know that Amadeus is awful with English and he doesn't understand a word, and one of the reasons why he couldn't present the Eurovision Song Contest last year in Italy, I asked him to answer me to a question in English and say, please explain to our English listeners how is San Remo? And the only thing he could say was, it's really cool.
Well, the thing is, what else does he need to say, though?
No.
What else does he need to say? It's really cool.
Nothing else.
So I'm sure you know from last time, it was my first toe dipping into San Remo, and this year it's like all in the head first, and I'm enjoying it so much.
Yes.
Yeah. So listen, this is the first San Remo after Rai Uno presented Eurovision from Turin with that famous stage. And let's have a little look at this year's stage.
The size of a cinema that you got, like, you know, anywhere in UK, it's extremely small. So there is a lot of perspective and a lot of mirrors that goes around there.
And I think one of the massive design changes that they had this year was, by request, they actually changed those infamous stairs where people fall down.
Yes.
So they're actually you survive walking down them.
Amadeus said that as requested to reduce the stairs by 2 steps because he's getting old.
I used to love the years when they made the women walk down the stairs in their high heels and big frocks, and the men just came down from the side because they were too lazy to do it. Before we get to talking about the songs, which we are going to do, we're going to talk about 10 of the songs.
Can I leave you with something? There is a possibility that San Remo won't be held in San Remo anymore from next year. I need to tell you this. It came out today in the press conference. There is a chance that there is a possibility that it won't happen in San Remo anymore.
So what happened in San Remo?
Yeah, no, somewhere else. They've already mentioned Milan.
Okay. My goodness.
And it might not be on Rai Uno.
What?
I've said too much.
There
is a proceeding in court right now for this.
Okay, so I did ask you before we went on air if you had any gossip, and you said not really. So, I would just like to say this is probably the last time we'll ever see you, because you'll end up underneath Blackfriars Bridge.
No. It's all been done in the press conference. The Constitutional Court in Italy has said that it is unfair and unconstitutional that every year San Remo, the festival, is done in San Remo and is done by Rai. They said it should be a contest between who offer more, other broadcasters and other cities as well, like Eurovision.
Okay, so there's nothing going on more important in Italy to take the time of the courts up.
There is nothing else going on in Italy and in the world right now but San Remo for Italian people.
Right.
You need to understand this.
Okay, if you've got time just to hang on for one moment, Michelle is going to explain to you the rules of the San Remo Song Festival.
Good luck.
Yeah, right. So if somebody kicks the ball to you, you have to have a defender in between you and the goalkeeper. Otherwise, you're offside.
No, that's football. No,
oh,
San Remo
okay.
voting.
Okay.
No,
I don't know then. No idea.
I don't think anyone knows.
No.
I think.
Do they like twirl around 3 times and then have like?
In the first night, they have 14 songs and the press vote. And the second night, they have the other 14 songs and the press vote.
But do them 2 nights amalgamate and have the score is for both nights?
Yeah,
or
and then
just
the
for
third
individual
night, you have demoscopic jury, all 28 songs. The demoscopic jury, which is like a sort of a sample of people from different age groups and places, and a televote.
Yeah.
On the fourth night, they don't sing any of their own songs. They sing some weird duet with some random person they come in. And
But it is the random person's song.
Not necessarily, I don't think.
Okay.
And a one-legged elf.
But does that count towards the result?
Who knows? Who knows?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
does.
yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Why? Why does it?
Because it
Be-
does.
Because it does.
And I
So
said
there, and that's the rules of San Remo. And if you
What
don't
about
like
Saturday?
it, go and watch Melfest.
But what about Saturday?
Saturday.
Does any of the other results leading up to Saturday count on Saturday?
Yeah. Otherwise, what's the point? So on Saturday, you have all 28 songs, and then there's 100% just televote, and the top 5 of those go through to another final. They have to sing again, and then.
All right, I've had enough. That's quite
yeah.
enough. Thank you very much.
Is
And
it then Christmas?
And then by that time, everyone's fed up, and they just send Marco because.
I'm not sure if I've got enough gin for this. Is that right? Is that right? Was he right?
Yeah, yeah.
No
It's just
way.
about beating people into submission to
I don't know what's going on, where I am, or what's happening anymore.
I think you're going to win the Critics Award for that. Ian, are you anywhere near the chat room?
Someone's asked,
Yeah, but you're the only one
duets of old songs.
the chat up.
Duets of old songs, please explain. Go on, someone
Pardon?
else do it. Explain why they're doing duets on a Friday.
It's always been like that. It's always been like that. It wasn't every year. The Friday is a different thing. Sometimes they do duets on their San Remo songs. Sometimes they do cover from other songs. Sometimes, and this year they do duet on covers, which is a mix of the two. So they have invited artists that are not competing. They sing a song. They can be their song, the guest song, or another song. Marco Mengoni will sing "Let It Be" by the Beatles. And they perform a cover. There will be a separate prize for tonight. So someone will be proclaimed the winner of tonight with the cover night. However, the votes will count towards the contest.
Yeah, there's all sorts of awards at the end, aren't there? It's not just.
Oh, yeah.
No, they have loads. Talking about awards, we have some fantastically regular viewers and listeners to ESC Fan TV. We've got some great fans. I don't know why they follow us, but they do, and we're so grateful. Ian, who's in the chat room tonight? He's no idea.
Can you sing?
Okay, we've got Tris. Tris, it's a bit early. He's normally in bed at this time of day. We've got a Facebook user who's loving Marco Mengoni.
The Facebook user is Jeanette. It's Jeanette.
Oh, is it Jeanette?
Yeah,
Hello,
yeah,
Jeanette.
Yeah, it said.
And
Denise Gobi on it
Denise
as well.
and Nico.
Yeah.
And with them.
WIVM as well is in there. So yeah, hi everybody.
Hello to Thomas Nielsen, John Boy, and Andy Brook Music. No idea who that is. We're going to talk about the songs. At some point, Glitter Beam Radio is going to disappear, but we're starting with the song, which is at the moment in 10th place. Now, the reason it's in 10th place is because there's been 2 rounds of voting. And the first one was by the press. The second one was by Press and Demoscopic and Televote. And they have been accumulated together to give a 10th place at the moment to the woman who won San Remo in 1995. Giorgia. Parole dette male. Who's going to kick us off? Who likes the song?
Go on, I'll kick off. It was a nice song. It's a nice ballad. She sings it well. It's lovely. The only thing is, there's a lot of ballads this year. So
yeah, it's not going to scare any of the other ballads.
There's always a lot of ballads, aren't there?
Yeah, but I don't know. This is probably one of the better ballads, to be fair. And I think a lot of the other sort of more generic ballads have dropped off down at the bottom. But yeah, it's a good song.
It's all right. It's all right. Yeah.
This is Georgia in 1995. I think you're seeing on the screen at the moment.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't look any different.
I mean, she looks amazing. She looks stunning.
She does look amazing. So in 2020, I believe, Elodia came second with Andromeda, which I thought was a fantastic song. Obviously, it would never have got to Eurovision for reasons we know, and I've been waiting for it to come back ever since. Are we pleased? Are we disappointed? Lena?
Liked Elodie's track when we watched it on TV. It was very cool. I did like it. I did enjoy it.
Oh yeah, I like her a great deal. She's amazing. She's sweet. She looks great. She sounds great. She's just everything. I really need one of these years to be her year. I want it to be this year, but like
You want it to be this year?
I want it. I just think I don't know, the song's like it's just like it's catchy. Yes, it's like another breakup song, which I think me and Donna were saying, like, there's so many breakup songs this year. But I just think she's just so cool and so stylish. I think if she went to Eurovision, she would just be like absolutely like, you know, the belle of the ball. Everyone would be obsessed with her. So that's what I think. I love the song. It's like some of the songs I can't hum. I've listened to them 4 or 5 times, and I'm like, I can't hum If You Held a Gun to My Head, but that one I can.
Do you know, I find it a little bit more not easy listening, but it's an easier song than Andromeda, and so less edgy, and that of course might do better, might have done better in Eurovision. I mean, she's in 9th place, so she's probably not in contention for winning anymore. But you never know. There are surprises.
Yeah.
How many maestros have done backing vocals as well for a song? Because that looked quite cool on camera, going backwards and forwards. Yeah, it looked really good.
Yeah.
So you need something like that.
First night when I saw her, though, I thought she was basically distracting me with that big furry black outfit thing she had on. Because it looked like she was constantly fighting while she was twitching, you know, being sexy. And I thought she was trying to get that jacket off. And I didn't even listen to the song.
Oh, we've all been there, haven't we?
Put it on, put it on, put it on.
Ian,
Well,
we
you just
drop
keep it
off.
on.
Ian, we drop off. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you very much. You are.
And if there is anyone from Italy, please don't vote for Ultimo. Thank you. Bye.
Oh, no.
Bye-bye.
Ultimo's always an eventuality. He comes for all of us.
Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing them tomorrow night at the rap party at 1 o'clock.
I think it's tomorrow. Yeah.
And we have to stay reasonably sober because we're going to be on actual radio.
Oh no!
Rai.
Fuck or bugger.
You're going to get a sack. You know that, Michelle.
I can't believe I've got a job.
Not can I.
This is not a job.
No.
Oh, bollocks.
Listen, we should get back to talking about the songs. Right.
Yes.
Before this all started, when I first saw the singers, I thought it was going to be between Marco Mengoni and Cola Specchi e Di Martino. And what do we find? Cola Specchi and Di Martino are in 8th place as we go into the final.
No, it's all right.
What's happened?
They splashed. Sorry. It's not a
You
song
dirty
that
cow.
I really like that much. It's a bit hit and miss for me. It's a bit lackluster. The lyrics are sort of like it's not a breakup song. It's about like trying to ditch your partner, I think, really. So he goes on a lot of holidays and works away a lot just so he doesn't have to see his missus. That's how it finds it to me. But
it doesn't. I don't think it's got the catchiness of the previous one.
No,
it doesn't have that wee hook that gets stuck in your brain. It's a nice song.
But it has attempts.
This might be the comment for a lot of songs this year. It's like they're good songs, but they're not standing out.
No.
Or the previous one they entered was better lyrics, better music, or catchier. So I think this is where it's not quite caught this year.
Plus the duets are really difficult to make them dynamic on stage, I've found, even at Eurovision. It's unless you've got that sort of gimmick that goes around them, like they had with the two from the Netherlands. So you got fancy stage work to make them look good, and yet in the arena it looks awful.
But Italy send duets to Eurovision and all the time. That is an Italian thing, really.
Yeah.
What they
suppose.
need, though,
just
if they don't
crap.
pull out the big guns on Saturday night, they don't stand a chance. And the big guns would be the roller skating girl. Bring her back, I say. Or maybe it's not too late, and they could ask Lena to join them on stage.
There you go.
Oh, look at that. That is a look.
That'd be.
I mean, I slept on I slept on those two very hard last year, and I was like, I don't get it. It seems like goofy, and then now I'm like, I will not sleep on them again. I understand it now. I like to apologize, but I do wonder if if something crazy happened, they went to Eurovision, would people think it was like a jokey entry? But it's not. I don't know. I worry the tone of it. Some people just wouldn't get or want to get, kind of willfully being like, oh, it's goofy. I don't care. I don't know.
Yeah,
Questions.
well, the Musica Leggerissima was a big hit. Not only in Italy, but certainly in Spain, and I'm sure in other countries as well. So who knows? And maybe Eurovision is ready for a bit of fun.
I don't know which one's which I'm not bothered about. Don't explain it. I'm not interested. But the one that's only got a tash seems slightly more excited than the bloke with the beard. And it's slightly off-putting because he's like going, yeah, this is the best thing ever. Oh my God, look where I am. I love it. And the other one's going and singing it properly. So
But that's much like you and Phil.
I know he does get excited, but he does calm down sometimes.
Okay, anyway, talking about jokey entries. In 7th place, Rosa Chemical. Made in Spain. Dum, dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba. If you're old enough to remember.
Come on, I love this song.
Made
This
in
is
Italy.
amazing.
Who's
This-
shocked?
Go on,
Who is shocked at the fact that Phil loves this song?
Oh, it's
Hey.
fantastic. It's a lot of fun. They sing it well. It's just brilliant. I mean, it's kind of, I guess, sort of an I Am What I Am song, but it was, after a lot of ballads, it was a breath of fresh air.
Yeah,
for
I
me.
think this is a little gem. I think it's brilliant. I think when you look at them, you're not expecting what comes out of the mouth. It's, you think, oh, this is going to be stupid. And it's not. It's a corker. It bobs along at a fair pace. It's absolutely fantastic.
Elena, no Achille Lauro this year. Is
Oh,
this the
au
closest
contraire.
alternative?
He will be on the Suzuki stage tomorrow.
Oh, will he? Oh.
He will. The very cold Suzuki stage. I did say that, I like Rosa Chemical. I do think Achille Lauro walked so he could run because it's very high up in the standings. I don't really know why it's so high up. I like it. It is fun, but it's getting a lot of love. So they seem very nice. It's a nice, fun time.
Okay. Now we come to a female soloist. There were years and years and years and years when San Remo was nothing but female soloists, much like Eurovision. And now they're very few and far between. But in 6th place, and she's dropped down. She was in 3rd place earlier in the week, is Madame, the song Il Bene Nelle Male. Who's going to go with this one?
I think she's
Oh,
really
go on,
improved,
go on.
actually.
Go on,
I'll go
Donna.
first. Go
Go
on.
on, Donna.
I actually quite liked her when she made her first debut the other year, and someone had said that there was a look about her that looked a bit like Thomas from Måneskin. That same kind of dull look. Yeah, I know. If you put them side by side, there's this permanently confused face. But it's not a bad thing.
Really?
No, yeah. Some might agree with me anyway. I didn't come up with this. Other people said it. But no, I actually thought she definitely improved, like most of the artists did, from the first night to the second night. And the more passionate sort of story came out about this one-sided romance from a prostitute. And actually, I thought her blue outfit sort of worked with that in a weird way. Her vocals were on point.
She was much more assured in the second go at it.
Yeah.
And
So,
I think
so Donna is our resident Italian speaker. I think we've got half a dozen words between us, the rest of us.
Yes.
But San Remo is possibly more about the lyrics than the music, is it? Italian music in general.
Well, it can be, because quite a few of these have got a proper story behind them. They're not just a few throwaway lines. I mean, I suppose you could sort of say there's a bit of fun behind Colosio and Cugini di Campagna, who are totally playing Fanta San Remo, if anybody's already playing that as well, the sparkly outfits. And, you know, it's a fun time. The lyrics are very basic, etc. This one definitely has more depth to it. And I've found a lot of the more ballady ones as well tend to have a good, like, sort of heartbreak story or things behind. Another guy who we've not mentioned tonight because he's just out of the top 10, Gianluca Grignani. His song is about his father and his relationship with his father, so it's actually quite emotional and personal. I don't know whether she has a relationship with this prostitute at all, or if it's just something that she felt she needed to get across. I'm not sure.
Wow.
But it is a good flow, and it works well with the kind of rapping style that she has.
No surprise, Triss likes Rosa Chemical, thinks it could be a dark horse.
I like it. I liked it. I thought it was like a sort of dreamy dance.
You're on Madame, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, are we not? Are we on something else now?
Well, Andy just said that Trish likes Rosa Chemical.
Oh, well, that's not a shock, is it? I mean, you know.
Patricio Paolo, hola, de Madrid.
I mean, the scat breakdown's a little dicey for me, but.
I'm saying hello to our guests. Cedric has said hello. Right, we're moving on. We're going to do the top 5 very shortly. But avid viewers will have noticed that Lena has something behind her in bright fluorescent bloody yellow.
What is it?
I don't know. But when we come back, Michelle and Phil are going to have something similar behind them. But in the meantime, Lena, what have you got for us?
Okay, I apologize. This is not as advanced as other ones I've had, but basically when I was trying to think about the songs this year, the categories that came to mind were basically the yelling and the not yelling. But totally, to be fair, I enjoy being yelled at. I'm not using that as I didn't like it. Many of the songs on the yelling side are some of my favorite songs. But hilariously, I don't even gotten to them yet, but someone who I loved last year, but very much would have been in the yelling category, has decided to move on over, and that would be my man Tan and I, firmly in the singing and not yelling side. Great for him.
And great for you.
I can't believe it. I'm floored. There was a live video of him watching the results, and he's just like in a puffy coat screaming. Like, he can't believe it. He can't believe how high he is.
So are these lists in any particular order?
Well, I mean, Anna, Oxa, and Ultimo are top yellers. They are at the top for that reason. And then, my faves, I definitely put a little higher up. I would like to point out that a friend pointed out to me that LDA actually stands for Luca Di Adesso because his father is Gigi Adesso. So got a little nepo baby star next to that one. But he seems perfectly nice. He's doing an okay job. But he's not on the right side of the board.
I've got friends that point that out to me as well. Anna Oxa, what the hell's happened? I think this is a beautiful song. I really like it. I mean, she's about 105.
It's not that you don't like it. It's just that it involves yelling.
Well, she always involved yelling. But who likes Anna's song? Is it just me? She's down there at 25.
Not quite
there's a
bottom,
reason for that.
What's the reason for that?
She has a style that has a lot of these older established ladies. They like the gravelly, throaty sound, and as she gets older, it sounds a little bit more warbly as well, which unfortunately happens, and she has a bit of now. But I find that her song is not bad, and I think the studio version works better for me. but yeah, something about the live is not the best, and it's a bit like Loredana Bertie when I saw her a few years back. She didn't quite cut it for me live.
Oh, come on. Loredana Bertie has never been able to sing.
Yeah. There's a difference between like
Which
a
has
nice
never let it
gravelly-
stop her.
That's true, and I don't think Anna would say the same. She just has that kind of...
There's a difference between like a nice gravelly voice and
Yes.
sounding like you're strangling a cat.
Yeah, well,
And that she's kind of tipping over into the cat strangling.
yeah.
Madame
But
Beige
but
was
the
going
rest
to
of the
make a
song's
comment.
good.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think Anna Oxford, I love the arrangement, but then she sounds like she smoked 40 cigarettes a day, hasn't she, for 40 years? And it just, the arrangement was beautiful and the music was beautiful, and she just wasn't. But Phil,
I know he's all right.
who does she look like, Phil?
Oh,
That he went on every night.
She does look a bit like Debbie Harry does now.
No, if Debbie Harry like aged properly.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
It's just the song. I think the song was beautiful. Oh, but what was the noise that came out of her mouth? I don't understand it.
I think you're being rude. All right, I'm gonna close this conversation down now because I liked it.
Oh,
I thought
sorry,
it was
Andy.
nice. No, you're
I think it very much has a place in the competition. Like, I think it should be
definitely.
here.
No,
I feel very
Does have a
strongly about that.
place.
Yeah.
Definitely.
25th place. That's not good.
Yeah.
Out of how many hundreds of songs didn't make it? You know, you're still a winner, baby.
And it's a style
yeah,
that's
yeah.
very underrepresented as well. You know, it's sort of one that is probably fallen out of fashion a little bit now, which is a bit
Yeah,
of
I
a
think
shame.
you're
But
right.
Yeah, that's also true. I would like to say, and I'm going to go into my Yorkshire accent because I'm from Bradford. Hello to Lee Fern, who's
Right,
a
Lee.
great
Right,
fan of
right, Lee.
ESC Fan TV. You're late, Lee. You don't know what you missed, but you'll have to watch her on catch up. All right?
Where have you been, Lee?
Andy, there is somebody who likes Anna's song there in Facebook.
Yeah, there is, but unfortunately, we
Yeah.
don't know. We don't know who it is.
Oh.
Anonymous said they like.
But at least I'm not on my own, and that
Not
means a lot to me. That means a lot to me.
And for saying she's won this
Oh,
a
it's
couple of
Jeanette.
times before.
Oh yeah, well done. Thank you. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Jeanette's got a very good
I don't
taste
know.
in music.
Actually,
Wave a half
it's
naked
Mick
bloke
Ward
at
that
Jeanette,
likes the
she's all
song.
over
It's
it.
Mick. We haven't said hello to you, Mick. Hi, Mick.
Hello.
Is Mick
Oh,
watching?
Mick.
Oh,
Hi,
I'm surprised Mick is here and he's not just got the number one on loop.
Mick.
Shh. But before we go back to the top 5, there's a comment from Tristan.
hmm
Why is Setu such a lost cause? Now, I'm going to go to Donna on this because so if you look at the running order last night,
Yes.
there's a cat.
Yeah.
It's not me.
It's my baby. It's my
big
baby.
the big favourites were all in the middle of the show, and then at the end of the show, look at them. They both nights, the ones at the end of the show were no hopers.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem very fair to me. Obviously, it's when people were putting their kids to bed. Nobody's watching them. Nobody's going to vote for them. What's going on, Donna?
I'm not sure. A lot of those were some of the Giovanni as well, out of the list. And Will had gone from opening his first night to closing the first night. And actually, his song did quite well. It came out of the gates fast running, you know. I guess it shows compared to some of the more established artists that they are a little inexperienced in some ways. I'm not going to diss them totally down because they've all been able to carry a good tune. They were obviously selected for a reason, and their songs are quite fresh.
Or maybe not not as well known by the Italian public.
No, and there's somebody got to take the hit when you're already fairly low in the table, I guess, to put them later on. Also, Mr. Rain, who we'll get onto later, he's got youngsters in his set, and they are not going to
very
stay up past
Giovanni.
midnight.
But are there any of the newcomers that are not at the bottom? Are we going to have a Mahmoud, where somebody comes in from nowhere and wins?
Just
Don't
gonna
think
check.
so
I
this
don't
year.
think so.
And actually,
no.
Amadeus, I think, was mentioned in the comment that he doesn't expect the Giovanni entrance to particularly necessarily do well at Film San Remo. Mahmood was the exception.
Yeah, really.
But
was the
it's
exception.
there for the exposure, for the experience, to bring them on as artists.
I mean,
not for them to necessarily succeed at it.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got people like Ultimo, who's massively popular.
And he was a Giovanni, which we'll talk about later. And Leo Gazman as well was 2020. So he's coming back as well, sadly, also at the bottom of the table. But yeah, you've got your prime ones. I think, like we talk about Eurovision slots as well. If they're sort of middle of the table, then they're going to get the prime slots, the peak viewing area, which was Tan and I this time, I think. But yeah, I don't know if there's any particular reason why they're at the end or of the night, but it is a long night though. The audience will drop off a bit after 10.
I think as well, the problem last night with the televote was the fact that, the voting opened as soon as the song started, and then you got to the last song, and the last song finished, and then they said, okay, televote's over. So there must have been loads of people voting for the last song going, oh shit, it's just stopped. Yeah. It was really unfair to the people at the bottom end of the table.
Yeah.
Did they not draw it out of a hat? No, is it just somebody decides?
But coming back to why Sethu is such a lost cause, I think it's because you look like Lloyd off of Dumb and Dumber.
Oh God, here we go. That's all I've heard.
yeah.
This is all I've heard is that it looks like Lloyd Christmas.
Right, anyway, we've got some more songs to talk about, and we're moving on to the one that was in 4th place in the first round, 5th place overall in the second round, so must be in contention, certainly in contention for the super final, and that is Tanarai, with a song that has absolutely nothing to do with tango. Lena, you've got your hands up. Go for it.
Oh, I just love him so much. He was such a joy last year, coming in last and just, really, really having fun with all that. I couldn't believe he came through downright normcore with the fashion, and like he sings this song really well. I like it because it's not oversung. It's actually really kind of reserved, and I think with the lighting of like the very direct, like kind of almost like stars coming down lighting they did for it yesterday was really, really lovely, really, really elevated it. So I just would love to see him have a good result.
Excellent. And we're moving on now to the song in 4th position. One of my favorites is actually Lazza Cenere, I would say. This is the guy. Has the cat got an opinion?
Oh, yeah. Glinda loves him. She's all about it. I mean, he's another one. He's another funny one for me because he is a very, very popular rapper. Whenever he has an album come out, I mean, it'll be, all the songs will be in the top 20 of the charts. I've never really been able to get into him, though, even though I love Italian hip hop. It is my favorite genre. But I did the leading up to this, I think when the press night saw him, I was like glowing reviews, and I was like, okay, Lazza, dazzle me. And honestly, he did. I really like it. I like it a lot. I'm surprised it's as high as it is, but I'm happy about it. So
when you were doing your rap chart for this show, and you put Lazza, that was it, wasn't it? You thought
he was on there. He was definitely on there somewhere.
Yeah, but there was none others.
Oh, for this year?
Yeah.
It's him and Article 31, basically.
and then a loads of ballads.
Yeah, so the rap chart wasn't coming through hard this year. Oh, Madame, I guess Madame was on the chart, you could say, yeah.
Yeah.
But she's moving in a different genre direction, I think.
We have 3 more songs to go, and we're not going to talk about them immediately. We'd have a little quiz.
Fuck's sake.
What do you mean, for fuck's sake?
Michelle keeps forgetting
I assumed we were on mute. Oh, good. A quiz. I bloody love a quiz. Let's go.
Right, now you have to listen very carefully to the question.
Okay.
When was the last time that a female singer won San Remo?
Okay, I
Yes.
think so. I think it
Last-
was
Hey.
Nina Zilli. Nina Zilli,
Time.
2012?
No,
No.
she didn't win.
No,
She's
that was
not.
San Remo.
Okay, I'm going to make it
Oh,
easier.
wait. Oh no, it's bloody Google shit, isn't it? I can't. Women of San Remo Music Festival is what I've got from
Yeah.
Italy magazine.
Go on, read them back.
No, that's not it. Oh, hang on.
Oh, just get on with it, Andy. We'll be here all bloody night.
Did the same in 2000. Somebody won it in
Okay,
2004. That was female.
Yeah, 2014 it was Arista with.
Oh, Arisa.
I remember
Arisa.
now.
Yeah.
But there was
Yeah,
a
Lee in
woman
the chat was on it for 2014.
in
but he's right.
Monoskin, Victoria.
Oh, God, there's
How
more.
could
She's part
It
of a
was
group.
right there.
Forget Victoria, but she didn't sing.
No, it's true.
No.
True.
Right. Okay,
part of
quickly.
it.
In this year's contest, how many previous winners are there? And who?
5.
Who are they? 5? You're guessing.
3.
Winners of San
Three.
Remo or
Yeah, no, winners of San Remo that are back in the contest.
We got Gianni.
Yeah.
Competing.
Oh, competing.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
competing
say that,
ones.
Andy.
Yeah.
It's
So
at
runner-ups,
least
definitely.
3. Yeah, it's at least
Yeah, 3.
Which 3, Lena?
Marco, Anna,
Marco,
and Gianna?
Georgia.
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 You can't say which 3 after we guess right number.
Mhm. No.
That's
I
really
think that's the only
Paolo and
3.
Ooh,
Chiara.
I think they might have done.
Oh, I
Okay.
know they've been in it. I don't know if they
I
won.
don't know either.
I know-
See,
and
we're
now-
rubbish at trivia.
Which year has had the most number of songs entered that have been presented?
Is it this year? Because it goes on forever.
I think it
Yeah,
probably
always
is.
goes
I
on
don't have a
forever.
clue,
Yeah,
but
the
it probably is.
28's I think the largest that they've had so far.
Do you think that's
Because of the
too many?
Giovanni.
This
Yes.
year.
Is it too many?
Yes.
Yeah.
It pushed the time just
Yeah.
a little bit further, and yeah, I would say 26 is a good number.
Did it push the quality though?
I think it pushed the variety. It made it very ballad heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when there's fewer songs, you notice the variety a bit more.
Yeah. You tend to have a bit more variety the fewer songs you have. The more songs you're going to have, there's obviously going to be duplicates.
Or at least similarities.
Similarities, yeah. And I think that's what we found. It's just a bit ballad heavy.
And do you think they should have knocked a few out before the final?
Yeah, would you like a list?
Yeah, go on. I think we've got a list, and it's the ones that haven't moved.
No,
to the
it's
bottom.
not the ones that are at the back. They're the ones that. Well, no, actually, the one at
Right.
the actual
Okay.
one.
Who would you get rid of?
Here we go.
There we go. Oh,
Go on,
I
who would
don't
you get
know.
rid of?
No, that's a good question.
I'd get rid of whoever came 23rd, 20th, 19th, and 17th.
You're guessing.
Oh, you can't get rid of Jean Maria. He got quality.
No,
No, I
she's
think
just
you
not.
can. I just said I can, and you can.
No,
I like
she's not
that
taking it
song, I
seriously.
love the song,
Michelle
well.
is hoping. Michelle is after getting sacked, so that from ESC Fan TV, so she can bring constructive dismissal.
Well, it's too many songs. You don't need. I mean, who else has this many songs?
I've got to admit, Andy, they had changed the rules on how many Giovanni could be entered into the big competition. This is the first time that they've had more than 2, and they've got 6 from the young section this year.
I think
So
I think that's the
pushed
too
numbers
many.
right up. Yeah.
I think that's where the
So-
cut should be.
Yeah.
And out of those, 1, 2, at least 3 of them, 4 of them have got ballads. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
That I suspect that was also Amadeus's choice because he's mentioned in press conferences that he wants to push the younger artists to give them a platform, which is probably why there's more Giovanni and younger artists, and to give them that foot up. Whether that works or not,
but 28 might be too many. I think,
Yeah.
you know, at
24,
least take
26,
a couple
I think.
away and don't add in any filler. and then we'll
Don't add
It's
news
always
up.
the fear, though. There's just gonna be more filler. Expands forever.
yeah.
Right, back to the
Just
song.
need Zlatan back and it'll be
Okay.
No,
No
I miss
Zlatan.
Zlatan. Where
don't
is
say his
Zlatan?
name. Son of
Zlatan.
Papa Duke, don't say his name.
Right, now we
What
have
did you
3
say,
more
Victor?
songs to talk about. The song that was in 17th place after the first round went up to place number 3. You should never work with kids unless you're Mr. Ray.
Delusional.
Mr. Rain.
So I like this song, but I know that some people think it's a bit corny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. And they couldn't have made it more corny by what they presented the kids in.
Agree. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, one-winged angels. I mean, it's lovely. The fact that, you know, the big message is, you know, you should never have to face a problem on your own, all that kind of thing. And it's very cute to see on stage. It's very, very emotional. And it's weird to see him sort of rein it all back in, you know, from his rap style to this kind of soft, again, non-shouty, almost balladesque style song, with the kids in the background being cute, singing. Well, it's backing tape, but yeah, singing the backing vocals, and then 2, if you've not already seen it, one female, 1 male, come down with their one wing, and then they make both wings of an angel. It's very cute. But I don't remember what the song's like.
Oh,
It's sickly.
I
It's
hate
sickly sweet.
I hate
I know. I saw the
kids
kids came
like
out, and
me.
I was like, "Oh, we're doing kids." And then someone was
Yeah.
like, one of our friends was like, "Oh, but when's the cutoff for the kids? Maybe they won't be there." And I'm like, "Without the kids, there's no song. There's no song left."
Yeah.
Without
That's
the
right.
kids.
Sadly for me, it's one of those.
It's a boring
It's one of
song.
those that's
You know what?
slightly forgettable. It's very radio friendly. It's lovely.
Mm.
It'll have all the mums voting.
I'm about to say mom vote.
Um,
Huge mom vote.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No,
huge
I'm a
vote.
mum.
And
I'm
he's
a mum,
cute.
and I wouldn't
you know.
vote for it. Get lost.
Yeah.
The thing that annoyed me. the
You're a
most
gran,
about
aren't you,
this-
Michelle?
What?
You're a gran, aren't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am. I'm a mama.
Ah.
Actually, yeah.
So
But
anyway, back
I
to
wouldn't
back to
I wouldn't
Lena's
let
point.
My grandchild do anything like this. I'd go get a grip. Anyway, the thing that annoyed me the most about this was the fact that he sat down and pretended to play the piano for 30 seconds. Somebody had to drag that piano onto the stage for him to go blinky plonky, not play, and stand up after 30 seconds. Sort yourself out. There's no need.
I really feel for the stage hands on San Remo generally. They've had to deal with some shit this year.
That's what they get paid for, isn't it, Ian?
Yeah, big bucks.
Yeah.
Big bucks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, if you drag
That's
a
true.
piano on for him to go, and then
Yeah.
as soon as he stood up, you could hear the piano carry on. So it was obvious that he'd never gone near a piano. He's never even seen a piano in his life.
There's
You
clearly
don't know how
someone
these
else
things
who
work,
don't
do you?
really. There's somebody else as well who's not really keen on the kids in the chat as well. They've
Who's-
said
who's
ever
that?
since Hot Eyes for Denmark, I've not liked children in the songs.
Really.
it's Mick.
Somebody,
It's Mick again. Sorry, Mick.
somebody on the chat has just called me special.
In a good way.
I don't think so.
With him explain.
Back to Lena's point about what
Yes.
time do those kids go to bed? They'll be on first on Saturday night, like Engelbert
it's
Humperdinck
fair,
was
sure,
at
yeah.
Eurovision, so that he could get to bed as well before
I thought,
he
I thought
fell
he was
asleep.
second. He was
Yeah.
second.
What
Isn't
happens though if he wins though? They'll have to drag them back out of bed at about 2 in the morning and back
Oh.
on the stage.
Oh no, they just give them lots of Coca-Cola and sugar.
I
and
mean,
keep-
super final. It's a good
Yeah.
point. It's a good
Super
point.
final, they'll have to perform again, so they'll have to be on
Why don't you
standby
just
for the
give
super
him-
final.
Just
Oh,
send the pipe
listen.
in the kids'
Oh,
sound. I
take
don't
them
know.
away. You'll be fine.
Yeah, stuff the Haribo's down.
Yeah,
the
get some
Victoria.
Haribos down the neck. They'll be fine. They'll be absolutely fine. We've done it with kids. We've done it all around the world with our kids. It's
No,
like,
no.
"Oh, I'm
Don't
tired.
spoil-
Get them
don't-
down your face. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Don't
Haribo.
spoil it. Stephen
Haribo.
says, "Of course, you're special in a good way,
Oh,
Aw.
well, oh, do you know what? I'm thrilled with that because
because you're not."
sometimes people aren't nice.
We do have a question again from Tris. Are Paola and Chiara to Eurovision for San Remo?
They're too Melfest, I think.
That's
the
a hot-
trouble.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna go with the hot take. I love them. I love the
Oh, no, it's
dancers and
fine.
the glitter. It's like nothing else. It's like nothing else in the competition is even remotely close to it. Like not even Rosa Chemical. It's like it just completely comes out of nowhere. And thank God. And thank the Lord.
No,
Right,
I'm not
moving
saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just, it's Melfest rather than San Remo.
Yes, yeah, it's not what you're used to, and a bit of like cheesy pop is not something you really expect at San Remo, is it?
San Remo has had quite a lot of cheesy pop, but in the 80s, unlike Melfest, San Remo moved on, if I may say so.
I can see a second cherry coming on though there.
I don't remember the 80s. I was a baby.
Yeah, that's a definite second cherry song.
And I don't remember the 80s, but I wasn't a baby.
Oh my God, I knew you were going to say that. I don't expect nothing less.
Right, okay, we're moving on now to the song in second place. It was 10th on the first round. It's gone up to second place. Ultimo, singing a song called Alba. I don't think I've got a picture of Ultimo, so somebody's going to have to describe him to us.
Go on, Lena.
He is a wee, nice Roman boy who sings very emotional ballads, and that is the genre.
Nobody's up. Oh, sorry.
And is that all you got to say about him? He might win.
I mean, he's so. I mean, I as soon as I saw his name on the list, it's like he might win. Like you don't even need. No offense, another one. Like you don't need to hear the song. If there is going to be, especially because they've upped the televote numbers this year, like he's in it. He's definitely in it. He could take the whole thing and not even show up tomorrow. Like that's really how powerful his fan base is. So everyone needs to be okay with him winning because he very might.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is a song that should have been called Brividi, but they couldn't obviously do it because last year's winner was called Brividi. Is that right?
Not sure, but it would make sense.
Yeah, it's a key lyric. Yeah,
Keeps mentioning Brividi all the way through.
Yeah.
And now we go to the song in first place as we go into the final, because I don't think the results are going to change much with the duets tonight, and that's our Eurovision entrant from 2013, the rather gorgeous Marco Mengoni.
Don't you have a picture of him, Andy?
Well, of course I do, but
I can get one out.
I'm trying to find one with his clothes.
I think Andy's got pictures of all sorts of men dressed
There we
extra on
go.
leather. He's not sure which one's which.
Yeah, it would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? But anyway, there you are. There's a lovely picture of Marco Mengoni in
Look
his
at
leather
that.
blouse.
No, look at that. He's definitely worked out a lot,
There are
hasn't he?
definitely worse people to look at in leather.
Yeah.
That's not the greatest of leather, though, I've got to say.
Well, I wondered if it was pleather or it was actual leather. I mean, it's no sort of soft, pliable leather. It is quite stiff.
The one thing that put me off about it was it didn't feel like he needed it for the song. He's already handsome enough. It's a lovely ballad that he's got going on. It really shows off his voice very well. And that's almost distracting. I guess it's for a certain audience.
I think
Oh,
it
yeah,
What
is.
do you mean?
Yeah.
Sorry, what do you mean by for a certain audience, Donna?
He's going for a demographic.
Don't hold back.
Certainly feedback that I have heard on the grapevine with certain people in the gay community, certainly the males, find it very, very attractive.
As a lady who...
Sorry,
you know
who
that
are
I
you
love
talking
a bloke-
about?
I'm a lady. And I love a bloke in leather trousers.
Oh, yeah.
Come on then, Phil, stand up.
No. You know what? No, I've taken him past shops and I've gone, oh, let's go and have a look in there. He's gone, I'm not going in there with you. He won't even try a pair on.
I think the thing is, no, she loves a bloke in leather
Oh, God, here we
trousers
go.
as long as it's a bloke who looks good in leather trousers.
As long as it's Monzermal on. Well,
He doesn't look so good
anyway.
with a big gut hanging over.
Anyway, I think it's too much leather for me. And that's me.
Ooh.
I know, it's controversial. But on the comments that I've received on Facebook, it's not too much leather for a few people.
Yeah, you're not the target demographic. I
I'm
don't
not.
think,
I'm not. It's slightly too much. But
to be fair, it's a good song and he sings it well. We're all talking about the leather, but it's a good song, you know.
I think
He
he
starts
sings
quiet, he
beautifully,
builds,
yeah.
and he's got a fantastic voice.
I think
and
it's
he-
a really polished performance.
Yeah,
I think he knows
definitely.
what he's doing, and
Yeah.
you can see when he looks in the camera and he's like, you know, and he sings it.
Yeah, and he gets the emotion over without screaming either. like some
Well,
of
you say that.
He's still on the shouting side.
But he is, yeah.
He's shouting,
but it's controlled shouting.
No, he's a huge star. He's an absolute professional. He shows up, he delivers, absolutely no doubt about that. I really like the leather, but it does seem to be purposefully fighting the song vibe. So it's just I think it's very intentional, and he's feeling it. I found my picture of Marco Mangoni, and I got my house.
That's very
nice. That's what we got.
Yeah, we approve.
Yeah, yeah.
Lee Fern says,
Yes.
Lee's dribbling.
Yes. And of course,
Tristan's dribbling, but not for the same reason. But he says he definitely prefers this song to the 2013 one.
Yes.
Michael Novi has joined us. Good morning, all you gorgeous people. Michael, you must be from Australia. So thank you for getting up. And I'm sorry to disappoint you. And that's definitely...
It's almost time to watch the show.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, I don't know what plethora is, but is it neoprene? I'm sorry, I'm not into fetish, but can somebody explain?
It's just fake leather, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Like
a
PVC
PVC leather.
Yeah.
Synthetic leather.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes called vegan leather, which is a lie.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah.
Well, we're almost out of time.
Oh.
Well, you say but enough. Better to leave wanting more.
Exactly.
We're going to go round the clock and ask who's going to win. No, first of all, who would do best in Eurovision and would they win? And who's going to win San Remo and would they win? Ian.
I think Marco Mangoni is going to get this one. He's been pretty much a favourite all in. Although Ultimo, with the heavy televote, could get it. His fan base is huge. And this is somebody that sells out, big stadiums,
huge
all the time,
stadiums,
multiple nights.
Yeah.
I think also for Eurovision, I think Marco would be the safe bet for Eurovision.
But will he win?
No, it would be another good result for Italy, I think, at Eurovision, but not a winner.
Yeah.
Donna?
Hey.
Personally, I think Paola and Chiara are ones that I would like to see at Eurovision. Even the Cugini di Campagna, they're just a lot of fun. And again, with Paola and Chiara's performance, it's very, very Melfest, as we've already said. So it would fit well. They're the obvious choices, I would think. I would like to see Rosa Chemical go. That would be my personal favourite choice. And I think he'd do really well. You just get him into a kind of bordello ringmaster's outfit and some really interesting backing dancers, and I think we've got a hit.
Yeah. Well, Achille Lauro did that last year, and
he just rode a bull.
It was a sparkly bull.
It was a sparkly bull.
It was so sparkly.
I have seen it in an advert again. For
so much fire.
But I still think this is Marco's show now. He's got all the press behind him. He's totally come out deliberately, I think, 10 years after to try it again because he totally believes in this song. He's a good performer. He's a seasoned performer. He's got the subtleties and he knows how it works. So he is the sort of obvious choice, although he might not be my favourite choice. Controversial.
Okay, when was the last time Italy performed at the Eurovision Song Contest in the United Kingdom?
Ooh. Now you're asking. This is why you don't ever have me on.
Michelle, you've got 30 seconds to Google that. And my hint is...
Whenever we last hosted it.
No.
When did we last host it? That's the last time they performed. Was when we last hosted it.
No.
No, but there were so
No.
many years Italy was missing.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember
you need
Italy
to. Somebody
pulled
needs to
out
find
in
out
97.
were
Oh.
Italy in Eurovision in 1982. Meanwhile, I'm going to
No.
Lena. What would be your choice to send to Eurovision? Would they win? And who do you think will win San Remo?
So I think I spoiled myself a little bit earlier because I was so excited. I would love to see Elodie go to Eurovision because I just think she's so stunning. I do like this song a lot. I think she performs it really well, and I think she would just be such. It would be nice to see a woman for Italy go to Eurovision that actually, like you said, the question actually won San Remo, or just in general. Like I would love to see it. I would love to see it. I'd be floored, and I think she would come. I think she could pull a top 5 at Eurovision, 100%. Who I think is going is I think the Ultimo Army is going to pull this one out, and that's what's happening.
And how do you
But I
think
think he could do what I think he could pull a top 5 too. It depends.
Yeah.
It depends on the other songs. For
And
sure.
for the first time ever, all 28 contestants have said that they will go to Eurovision if they win. So
Okay.
obviously, that's only going to matter to the top 3.
You know, and I'm pulling for Tananai to get his little butt over to Un Voce for San Marino and just like make it happen, my man. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drinking
So,
again.
have you found the answer, Phil and Michelle?
1977.
Yeah, we absolutely knew that all along and didn't just copy what Lee Fern said in the comments.
1997 was in Ireland.
Was it? Oh,
Well,
Lee, you've let us down.
I know.
Oh my
I know.
God, you can't rely.
I used to like Lee.
You
but I've
can't
got
rely
nothing.
on the chat for anything, can you? Honestly, oh my God.
No, it
I
wasn't.
don't
It was,
care anymore.
no, that was Fumide Parole, but it was in Dublin. Phil, your choices for who would you send and who'll win?
If it was up to me, I said,
Here we go.
was it Cugini de Camagna, the old guys with the keyboard thing?
Because they had 3
they were
keyboards.
brilliant.
That's why I
Yeah.
send them.
Oh, they were fantastic in the glittery suits. They're one to look out for. I mean,
They're not one to look out for. They're not going to
yes,
come
yeah.
anywhere close.
Oh, they're not going to come anywhere close.
It's
but
a
they're
great
good
song, though.
It is
I
fun.
love
It's a
it.
fun
I
one.
love it, love it,
Yeah.
love it.
It's
So
probably 70s, isn't it? But they they do some good harmonies, and it's a lovely song.
Oh, Lee Fern said 1977, not 1997. Hang on. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't have
Mia
my glasses on.
Martini.
Sorry,
Yeah, 'cause
Lee.
we
I
won
didn't
in-
have my glasses on.
Libera.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, is that
Wow,
right?
amazing.
1977?
You see, that was
Okay.
a great question, wasn't it?
It was. It
no.
was.
But no,
Thank you,
I
chat.
would send Rosa Chemical because that's fun. That's my choice. It's a good song. It's a good.
Who do you
laugh.
think will win?
Marco's going to win. He's aced it. This is
yeah,
it.
it's either Marco or Ultimo, but I think Marco will win.
Yeah.
Certainly, Marco's the one that out of the 2, Marco's the one they should send. That would do better. But then again, it's San Remo. San Remo isn't about Eurovision. San Remo is about San Remo.
Yeah.
It is.
For sure. 100%. People forget.
Well, we've overrun by 5 minutes. But it's,
That's not bad for San
we're
Remo.
about to overrun by
San
10
Remo
minutes.
week.
What's
5 minutes
this?
is nothing.
This is my from Napoli, my special Achille Loro dolly.
Oh
It's
my
supposed to go in
God.
your it's supposed to go in your Christmas village.
Do you have to point where somebody's touched you?
He's got no private part.
Well, he's wearing his Gucci sparkly onesie, if we all remember.
Oh yeah.
Gucci
Night one,
onesie.
That's the night one as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it,
We
has
took
he
the
made
tape off? Does Achille Laura mean nothing to you people?
Lena, has he made a drag queen fanny out of his meat and 2 veg?
I mean, you know, we're just trying to keep it stage legal, you know.
It's a bit silent to the
Finger over.
land, isn't it?
Puts the lotion on its skin.
Really
Right.
good on.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure for us. God knows what it's been like for anybody watching it. Is it a good year?
When we came into it, I just sort of said no. I think partly because the amount of ballads, and night one was nearly all ballads, so it really felt quite heavy and long. But now it's a bit of a mix-up. Yeah, it's getting there. No, there's no wow factors like I think we've seen in other years. But
Was there anything that even approached what Måneskin did the other night?
No.
No.
I don't think
And
so.
when
No,
Måneskin
it was
performed,
actual-
they wiped everyone off the face of the earth. At that point.
I do.
It was actual Måneskin when they performed, and we went, "Oh, you wouldn't want to be next, would you?"
Yeah.
It's nothing. There's nothing close.
And
That's
actually,
totally-
Madame, give her a due. She did really well coming after that.
It sounded
did.
really
It
good
did.
Yeah.
after Måneskin, but the trouble there is that if you go to Eurovision, you have to play Måneskin first and then put them on the stage after.
Yeah.
Could be a problem.
I think this year the standard is good. It's all the overall standard is high, but there's not the standouts we've had before,
No.
which is why everybody's going, "Oh, it's not the great year." But there's no bad stuff in there. It's all solid. It's all mostly well performed.
Yeah, I agree.
well-written, good solid entries.
and
These
Yes,
are all
for
good
sure.
songs.
People will be listening to the San Remo album again for weeks and weeks, not just
There
the ones
isn't a
next
San
week,
Remo
no.
album. What are you talking about?
The one, ask Mick Ward. He's got quite a few of them.
Well, self-made ones.
No,
No,
you can
no.
get them.
Official.
You can
You
get
can
them.
get them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We have them. They always release a CD album of the songs every year.
Right. Anyway, we've got some feedback on the show.
Oh,
Yeah. Lee Fern says it's been absolutely shite, Andy.
Is that San Remo or this?
I mean, that's a
Yeah,
typical.
but you
That
meant
is the
San Remo.
honesty of a Yorkshireman.
no, not this. I meant San Remo, not this. It's like,
Oh no. Wash your mouth. Huh? Right. Okay. It has been an absolute delight. I'm rushing off to watch the duets. Well, no, I'm not actually.
I will be.
I'm gonna do-
Yeah, we
I'm
are.
gonna-
Yeah,
I'm watching-
we're gonna
we're
do
gonna
this.
play out all the duets together in our beige room.
Hang on. Right. So what people don't know is that Ian and Donna are sitting in a room in Edinburgh, and Michelle and Phil are sitting in a room in Edinburgh. It's like not the same
Yeah.
room.
They wouldn't let us round tonight. We're only allowed round
I
tomorrow.
wouldn't let us round
No.
anywhere, to be honest. You know,
We're only allowed round tomorrow, not today.
I wouldn't. Let us
Sorry.
in, yeah, don't let us in your house. To be fair.
No, it's Fort Knox.
No,
What have
no.
you brought your chickens with you?
Oh, Andy, thanks for bringing that up. We've recently moved and had to get rid of the chickens, but thanks.
Did you?
Thanks, Andy. I'm not.
No,
No,
we
you
did not.
no. We gave them to somebody, and they live in an orchard now, and have got a far better life than we ever gave them. But thanks
what-
for asking, Andy.
Right. So tomorrow night, we're all watching San Remo. Well, anybody that's on here is watching San Remo. At 12 o'clock, you've got to find Glitterbeam Radio for more of this shit, but we'll be even
Without
drunker.
the language. There's no
And then at
language.
1 o'clock ish, when it all finishes, please join us. And everybody in the chat room are going to be the stars of the show.
Yeah.
They definitely are. We're gonna make it a chat room absolute ultra special. So dress up like Michelle or like
Lena.
Lena.
Lena, look at that. I
I
can't
know.
beat that.
That's
We're
fantastic.
all dressing up.
Amazing.
We're gonna have a fantastic evening. Hello, Thomas. It has been an absolute pleasure to listen to you lovely people talking about San Remo. But he wants a job. Right.
You can have it, Thomas, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
We look forward to
Look,
seeing
you're
you.
very
Are such a fantastic audience. Thank you to my lovely team, Ian and Donna,
Thank you very much. Buonasera.
Lena Green.
Oh, hi. Thank you. I love being here. It's my favorite time of the year.
Indeed. And thank you to Michelle and Phil.
I can't
Oh,
escape.
right,
It's
now-
been weeks.
Yeah, talk amongst yourselves because I don't do this very often. I only now do this show for ESC Fan TV. I've moved on. But I've got to find the end of show clip. Here we go. See you tomorrow.